Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the HBO The Last of Us Aftershow, Episode 8. Right now, I have my brother muted for just a second because because he's checking if the stream's good. But, real quick, I just wanted to quickly throw this out there. Last stream, I know we were joking and all, but to be honest, it wasn't a great stream. I didn't really like my behavior there. So this time we're gonna keep it a little chill, a little normal. We're gonna try not to freak out so much, and yeah, hopefully this will be a normal level stream where we can be excited and poke fun at each other, but not like super angry. And Nickel doesn't realize that even though I've muted him on OBS, I can still hear him, so he doesn't need to yell into my ear. So, uh, that's funny. So, I'm gonna quickly turn the desktop audio back on. And yeah, hope you enjoyed the stream. Hello, Nickel. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. Okay.
I'm wearing
Again,
my special beanie for today's episode
yeah,
because of a
you're
very
trying to,
special boy who's
yeah,
appeared on
a
it.
very special boy with his very special beanie. Um, So yeah, this will be a normal stream. We're not gonna freak out that much. We're not. I hope not.
Yeah, we're gonna try and be very civil.
Yes. And am I? How can you tell if you have noise canceling on or off?
Um,
That doesn't matter. Okay,
it-
so
me-
what's the title of this episode? Because when we open
this
HBO
episode
Max,
is
it just said episode
titled.
8.
Yeah, the title. There wasn't like an error this time where instead of saying this episode's title, it didn't say episode 8, episode 8.
Yeah. What was
This
the?
time the title is When We Are in Need. When we are in need.
When we are in
Let me
need.
drink water so I can. Hmm?
That was the title.
Mm. Yeah, it was the sign at the resort, the banner.
Oh. Okay. Sorry. That makes sense. All right. So yeah, this is episode 8 of The Last of Us, directed by
Directed
someone
by
starts with an
Ali
A,
Abbasi,
and written by.
Neil Druckmann, and Craig Mason.
That's funny. Okay, so this is the winter episode. This basically just takes the whole
Ooh,
winter
he's from
segment.
Iran.
Oh,
Let's
nice.
go.
Oh, maybe I
Yeah.
don't. I guess.
He directed Holy Spider. Yeah, that's good. That's cool. That's awesome.
All right. So this is basically the whole winter arc of the game. The whole winter game. They condensed it into
Yeah,
like a single episode, and I thought they couldn't do
yeah.
it. I had reservations, but turns out I mistakenly overestimated how much they needed to do, and this ended up being pretty good.
I
I'm not
also,
gonna lie.
I also believe I heard that you told me that somebody took all the gameplay out of the winter section of the game, and the whole thing only lasted. There was only like 30 minutes of the
Yep,
cutscenes.
wasn't that much.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
and that's
I think
including the ones that transition straight into gameplay.
yeah that the remake added. Yeah, uh, I think it's kind of indicative to how grueling that section was for both Ellie and Joel, that it felt longer than it really
Hmm?
was.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, let's I liked the episode. What about you?
Oh, I liked the episodes too. It was great. It was a good
Yeah, it
episode.
was
A
really
great
good.
penultimate episode.
Yeah. Love the winter shots in this episode. Just
Uh,
like almost the
the
background
which
shots.
the environment shots
Yeah.
once again, my dude. I'm telling you, they're just
Mm-hmm.
you remaking the environments with the game engine.
Yeah. I feel like. Do you think the weather effects were like visual effects or like actual? Because some of those
They
shots, I'm
have to
like,
be
that's
visual
effect.
effects.
That's a visual. That's not real. Yeah.
They have to be visual effects. There's no way.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way that's real. If it is
Yeah.
real.
Shout out, but um.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
So
so
I believe the episode starts off with David, who in this version of the
oh
show,
yeah, David.
played by
Played by Scott Shepherd.
Scott, which is funny because he is a preacher, and they changed David to a preacher, give him more like a religious
Yeah.
angle, which is
Oh yeah.
I think it's interesting. I don't know. It's like
Oh yeah.
we never
We
really
are. I
saw
think in
David.
the game. Yeah, that much. We saw the in the game. We were only told that there was a village he was looking after.
Uh, but
Ooh, that's
in
wrong.
the someone
Oh.
replied that the biggest flex is the show was filmed in their hometown.
Oh.
Yeah, that's cool.
Spectacular Clyde. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, I believe you are from the Discord.
Uh,
I know, but yeah, it's pretty cool that they yeah, I gotta say,
mm,
David being a preacher in this show was something I was like, I didn't see coming, so I was like, oh, that's interesting.
yeah, me
Yep.
neither. Yeah,
Again,
he basically
we
the
never
episode
saw
opens with
David.
him giving a
Eh,
sermon.
well, a sermon. Yeah,
Yeah, we never saw. We also see the village in more like
we see
presence
more
because
people.
there's actual people there,
Yeah, we see more
and we
people.
see more people.
No.
We in the game we were only told that David had a village he was looking after, but in the show proper we actually see all the townspeople there.
Yeah. Um, and I believe they're talking about the person that Joel killed. I believe they're doing a eulogy
Yeah,
for that
back at the
person,
university.
which is a nice tie. That's a nice tie-in. Yeah.
Yeah, the daughter and mother are there too, and the daughter's
Yeah.
like, "When can we bury him?" He's
And then
crying, and it's really like a warm. Yeah, it's a deceptive. It's a warmth to David in the first scene. I was like, "Oh, they're doing something interesting with David."
yeah.
That's the first sign of like, "Oh shit,
Yeah.
this actor
Yeah,
is
it
doing
was
something new."
interesting. And then
You know.
we'll get to him. Should we get to him now or later?
Oh, I don't know. Should we? Because
Okay,
it's like
so
one of the big things we were looking forward to this episode.
okay, let's just get it out of the way. So in this scene, we get introduced to David and James, played by up and coming actor Troy Baker, who's
That's right.
yeah, he's a small time voice actor. Only was like in a couple of indie games like Persona 4 Golden. He was
I
in
believe he was
Batman
also in that the
Arkham
Full Metal Alchemist.
Asylum.
I think it was in. He was also in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah, Pain,
Yeah.
Lust. No, Greed.
He was
He's
someone.
Greed.
Greed, I think.
Yeah, Troy plays
Greed,
Greed.
man.
He plays
Yeah.
Excalibur and Soul Eater. This up and coming.
And
Oh,
Soul
also
Eater. Yeah.
he might have played some guy named Joel Miller from The Last of Us. Yeah, that's kind of yeah. It was Troy. That was Troy Baker. James was Troy
Yeah.
Baker. Yeah, it's a oh
Yeah. They got Troy Baker into the show.
oh, it's so funny. Oh, it's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got. He was Miles Morales. And he was also Miles Morales as
Oh
Roxxon. But
my
yeah.
god! Every time I saw him, I was clapping. I was clapping. I was clapping. I was clapping the whole time. It was so funny.
Yeah. Yeah. But
But
yeah, Troy
he was
Baker
really good.
was playing. Yeah.
He
He
was
was actually a pretty
playing
good James. I like it.
yeah, he was playing James is David's like buddy that David really is the only person that David talks to, I think, in the game. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, that was funny. That's funny how that's Troy Baker. That's
Yeah.
I just why
And
did
you
you
know
like
that
that role?
explains what he
Like
meant by like it explains a lot of why he said that a long time ago. Where he said that Joel and David are similar. He just got confused, guys. He just got confused. He was
I
he
think
was
he
searching
did
for.
have like somewhat of a point. It's just David's a creep. I think
Whatever.
he
I
had a
mean,
bit of a point. He had like the teeniest bit of a point.
yeah, like kind of,
Yeah,
sort
like a little
of.
bit.
Eh.
I don't think he meant that Joel and David were both cannibals, but
Yeah, or that Joel and David are both good guys. Is that they're both like will do what it takes to protect the ones they love. It's in Joel's case, it's just
love
murdering people, and in David's case, it's cannibals. But
murdering and
anyway,
eating
whatever.
people. Um, but
Nice. Yeah,
yeah. So
we're
this
just
is the
spoiling the whole thing.
yeah. Sorry. So this is the winter portion of the game. So in the show, we get
Mhm.
the David's part, and then we go to Ellie, who is hunting. No, no, she's is she still with Joel? She's still with Joel.
She's still with Joel, yeah. We start with her with Joel, and then she goes outside to hunt.
Yes, and
And
again,
an important distinction this time. She's bringing a rifle. She's not bringing a bow and
yeah,
arrow.
you know, I actually that's kind of interesting. Ellie doesn't have the bow and arrow in the show.
Yeah, we don't get
Like
the bow and arrow.
she. Do you think that if they got rid of it, that that's an
I
interesting
would hope
change?
not, because the bow and arrow is like one of the cooler parts of Ellie. She can use the bow and arrow.
Maybe like it's just like unrealistic somewhat that she would know how to use a bow and arrow.
I think it would be unrealistic. I just think that they probably just didn't think of it.
Or maybe like the show was they didn't really like write about bow and arrow, so they decided just to ignore it entirely. Because that's like
Probably.
a big weapon. Because we have explosive arrows, we have like all these arrows that come with it. So like I was kind of shocked to see it not here. But it's whatever. It's just interesting. Nicole.
I was checking how I sounded. I sound
Oh,
fine.
all right. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay.
I can see on OBS
Oh,
when our
yeah.
stream is dying, so that's cool.
Okay.
Um,
Well, what were we talking about right now?
The bow and arrow.
Oh yeah. Well, anyway, it's whatever. I hope the bow and arrow appears in season two, and yeah,
It would be cool,
it would
especially
be
if they
pretty
did
cool.
like the explosive bow and arrow. That'd be sick. I know it's a,
Oh
I know
yeah,
it's a
explosive.
live action adaptation. They need to keep things realistic because if they break their continuity, because it's not a video game, it's a show, whatever. Like come on, there's nothing wrong with an explosive bow and arrow. There's nothing wrong, nothing wrong
Absolutely
at all.
nothing wrong.
It's so
Absolutely
cool.
nothing wrong with that at all.
It's just it also, you know what, while we're at it, why not just bring over the jump kills from part 2. Let's just do that. Let's bring the jump kill where
Yeah,
you can fall off like a building and land on a guy and just kill.
that would be known that would happen. She wouldn't be afraid of heights.
Yeah. Do you think she'll go on like they'll do the murder spree in season 2, or is it only the important ones?
Anyway, moving on. Ellie on her hunting
No, fucking
trip.
fine.
Uh, Ellie and her hunting trip. We see the rabbit. We see a white rabbit, and she doesn't get to kill the rabbit. And this is interesting. Do you want to tell them why it's interesting, Yash?
Well, because in the game, there's a funny cutscene where after Joel falls off the horse, we smash cut to winter, and there's a rabbit just like flying, like frolicking around the forest until a bow and arrow is
Flying.
stuck. Frolicking.
You said flying
No,
first.
I said frolicking.
You said flying first.
I said frolicking, and then maybe I said flying, but then I misspoke, and then I said frolicking.
You said flying, but then you
Do
said
you want to go?
frolicking right
Do
after
you
that.
want to go?
No,
Do
no,
you?
no, 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 no. The stream would have caught it anyway.
I'm peeking the audio right now, so apologies in advance.
Yeah, you're peeking.
Yeah. So but yeah, it's honestly that's one of the most
You got the
iconic
kill. Yeah,
You know what? Actually, that's
yeah.
a,
In the video.
yeah. That's why the bow and arrow being
Well,
absent
no,
in the
they
show is messing with me.
actually, wait. No, they already killed a rabbit in episode 6.
With the bow and arrow?
They already got a dead rabbit on screen, so I guess it's fine.
I don't
Episode
remember.
6. Remember the couple that was at the cabin that were completely isolated?
Oh yeah. That's 7.
No, episode 6.
6 was Henry and Sam. No,
That
no,
was
I'm stupid. I'm stupid. 7's Left Behind. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm stupid. I completely forgot Left Behind was
You'd
this.
be hopeless without me, Ush.
I completely forgot. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, it kind of just plays out the same, honestly.
Yeah, it plays out the same. Except we remember Troy Baker looking at looking like he really wants to outclass Pedro Pascal in every
Yeah,
scene.
because Troy Baker just always is constantly jealous of Pedro Pascal as Joel, like always, all the time. He
Uh,
can't shut up about it. He's like,
it's a joke.
yeah, on the
It's a
Last of
joke.
Us official podcast, he keeps asking Craig if there's a role for him in season 2, and Craig's like, "No, Troy, stop. This is a professional booth." No,
Play Tommy.
we
You
rag
can
on
do
him
it.
too much. We rag on him too. We rag on Troy Baker too much. He
Yeah,
does a really good job in this episode. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah, he's a good actor. He's a good actor. There's no disputing that. Like he
Yeah,
wouldn't be this popular if he wasn't a good actor.
yeah. But so what happened? Basically, same. David
Um,
tells James to go get the medicine, and they
mhm.
drag the deer inside a shed. And this time, it's not like the game shed. It's like a different shed. I don't know how. I think I liked the
Yeah,
old shed better because it was more like
yeah. Well, think about
enclosed.
that was for like a whole level where you were trying to hold the fort. Like this wasn't a hold the fort kind of cabin
That
in the
was a different
show.
shed, right?
No,
No, there's a shed and then the clicker. Really?
yeah, same shed. They went back there because they cleared all the infected.
Oh, sorry. It's been a while since I played the game. So
Mhm.
yeah. So there's no horde this time. There's no horde. It's just they
Yeah,
just
there's
go
no
into a
horn.
shed. Which what do you think about
Yeah,
the pullback on the amount of infected in the show compared to the game?
um, well, it's interesting because on the one hand, because it's a video game, they have to have scenes where you're fighting infected in the video game. But I definitely understand that the show is allowed to do different things and allowed to cut through a lot of stuff. So I think they looked at the story they wanted to tell for the episode and thought having that horde scene in would be like too much.
They also said that they didn't want to trivialize the infected, so that's why they're pulling back. They pulled back.
Yeah,
Yeah, they didn't.
which is good. It's
Yeah,
I think it's somewhat realistic to uh for some areas to not really have that much infected,
yeah,
especially
definitely.
in the snowstorm in the cold tundra area.
Yeah. But
Well, actually, it'd be more because of the
I don't know, whatever. So anyway, David talks about how he found God after the apocalypse, which is interesting.
oh yeah. Mhm.
Uh, David's they did some weird things with David. Not weird, weird. When I mean weird, I don't mean like in a bad way. I just mean like new things that I didn't like. It's weird.
Yeah, because in the original game, David was initially presented as a guy that was just with other people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Played by Nolan North, by the way.
yeah. Played by Nolan North. He should have come in.
Who
Nolan North should have
I
come
didn't
in.
know who that was until a year after the game
Yeah,
came
I
out.
didn't know that either. Like he did such a different voice. It was weird. It's kind of
Yeah.
cool seeing
Oh
him
yeah.
play somebody like that.
Yeah.
Side note, I just these like polyester erasers. I always break them in half. Nickel hates them, but hates it when I do it. But
I hate that you break them in half.
yeah. No, he gets mad because I break his in half. I used to. We don't use erasers anymore. We don't. It's the 21st.
Yeah, I'm still mad about that, by the way.
Yeah. Well, sorry about that. Anyway, so
Drink.
uh the part so David, what's weird, first he talks about how he found God after the apocalypse, then he reveals that the party that he sent a party out to the university to gather supplies and
Yeah, the
food.
guys that Joel and Ellie encountered at the university were his men.
Yeah, and only one person died, so
Yeah, they named the guy's name who stabbed Joel is Alec.
Alec,
So
poor Alec, rip rip
rip
a
poor
goat.
Brian, poor
Yeah,
Alec, rip him a real one.
yeah. One person watching. Oh, that's cool. Hi. People mostly catch the VODs
Uh,
later, so Honestly, if you tune in
Yeah.
live, cool, but you don't have to. You can just come back.
Mm,
I keep the
yeah.
VODs public, so uh,
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter. So
Yeah.
anyway,
They're not locked behind a Patreon
yeah,
or
no,
something like
yeah.
that.
Oh, bye.
Bye.
Fuck you too. How about that? Fuck
I
you.
thought you weren't doing this for profit. I thought you didn't want the attention.
Well, no, you'd be nice to be
The
like,
attention.
hey, what'd you think of the episode? Oh, I thought the episode was pretty good. I gotta go, but thanks for streaming. Oh, whatever. Thanks, man. Like, what? Fuck you. Are you
Tyler's
kidding
gonna
me?
watch this part and just decide, you know what? I'm never gonna watch you again. You insulted me. I didn't have time to watch your stream, but you didn't care. You just insulted me and swore at my face. Well, I'm not gonna watch a single one of your videos. In
They have
fact, I'm
us.
gonna make everyone not watch a single one of your videos.
Their profile is Ghostface.
From Scream?
Yeah, we still gotta watch the Scream movies. I have not seen any of them. They sound like
Are
fun.
they good?
Yeah, they're like B
Okay.
movie fun. B movie fun is from what I've heard.
I mean, I'm down to give it a shot. I don't know where to start.
Scream 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yes, there are 6 of them. You're cutting out of disc. Oh, stop yelling! You're cutting out of Discord.
How did they turn that into a franchise?
Well, it's
Because
pretty.
it just
Well, it's probably cheap to make. It's not like $100 million. It's like
like it's
relatively
just a guy
decent.
in a mask. Well, no, it's a guy. I don't know how to
You'd
describe it.
be you'd
It
be
looks kind of
shocked.
low budget.
Yeah, it's low budget. It makes its money. Audiences enjoy it. So like, no,
Okay,
no. Anyway,
all right, well, whatever.
go watch the Scream movies if you want. Um, yeah.
But
So
this isn't about screaming. Speaking
no
of screaming,
screaming. Ellie. Oh no, this is the dinner. It's like dinner. Ellie gives Joel the medicine and
and then
uh sleeps next to him,
takes a
and
little
then we
nap.
cut to David. So we get to see more of the people cooking in the restaurant. We actually get to see that
Huh.
place being used, and
Oh yeah,
they're cooking human meat. I'm just gonna flat out say it. That shit looked so human. Like
yeah.
that
Yeah,
shit was
they said
way
it's
too
venison.
red.
The guy that gave the meat to the chef said that it was venison,
Mm-hmm.
but then later David and James come back carrying a whole ass deer.
Yeah.
So I don't
And
know if that means the secret's out at that point or if
secret's out. Secret's out. Secret's out, dude. Secret
yeah,
is out. They're fucking
yeah,
cannibals,
secret's
dude.
out.
But
Yeah.
anyway, so David says, "Hey, you guys probably heard, but we found the people that killed Alec, and
Alec.
uh it was a boy, the father and a little girl, and we're gonna bring the father
Mhm.
to justice." And then the daughter says, "Kill them both," and then in a quickly, like, what the fuck moment, David fucking
That's
backhands this little girl, and then says, "Listen, you think you don't have a father, but you do have a father, and I'm gonna make sure you get into listen to not to speak out to your father." And I'm like, this is creepy. This is way
a
creepier
complete 180 from what a complete 180 from the
because
first
like
scene with him.
in the game, he's like kind of a creep, but like you don't doesn't really. But this episode, full on creep, full on just creepazoid. Like
Yeah.
whoa,
And he sits at the same table with them when they're eating.
yeah, it's fucking weird, dude. Like whoa,
Oh yeah, it's whoa wild.
uh, what a fucking. He's like worse than he's a fucking piece of shit, dude. Like ugh.
Yeah, what a piece of malarkey. What a piece of buffoon chicanery.
So anyway, Ellie goes out. Does she like? She goes out to feed the horse, give the horse some snow, which is water, and
Yeah.
then she realizes she sees ravens flying. Like the trees were disturbed. So
Yes.
Ellie realizes, oh shit, David's coming. David and his group. This time, David's actually there, which is interesting. Because in the
Oh
game,
yeah,
it was
David's
just,
with the group that goes to, and yeah, and the group's a lot smaller
yeah, way smaller.
because in the game it was like a whole army, whole ass
Yeah.
army. But like in the
Which,
show, it's just
honestly,
five
better
people.
better choice. Better choice keeping it small. Yeah. Because, like,
Yeah, also I think Ellie shoots Joel up with penicillin like twice.
mm-hmm. Yeah. And then, Joel. So then Ellie tells Joel, hey, some guys are coming. I'm going to try distracting them. Here's a knife. If anybody comes in, fucking kill them. So
Joel's kind of conscious,
he's like
so
coming to
like
consciousness. So
yeah.
and then then Ellie distracts him by riding off. And action hero Troy Baker vaults over a fence and goes.
I made the joke that this is the moment action hero Troy Baker coming in, and they cut to him vaulting over a
Yeah,
fence, and I'm
yeah.
like,
It's like action hero
I was
Troy
kidding,
Baker.
sure.
Yeah, we were
He's
kidding.
like vaulting over fences. He's running. He's like holding his back against a tree
Yeah,
trunk to aim his
Troy
shot
Baker,
right.
man. Troy Baker. What a fucking hero. Fucking let me reenact it real quick. This is what Troy Baker does, okay? Ready? It's fucking like, ooh, I'm vaulting. I'm Troy Baker. I can do that. I'm vaulting. Give me Miami.
Great weeks for that.
Best guest star, Troy Baker, nominated for
No, he wins best stuntman.
best
They make a
stuntman
stuntman
for-
award. He wins it.
Listen, when I accept, you can either hate or you can vault over fences. Buy my NFT collection. Except, nah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. That was a lie. Oh, anyway, he's great. He's great. That was a funny scene. He shoots Ellie's horse. Shimmer's dead. Shimmer.
Spectacle, spectacular Clyde. I didn't know you left.
Yeah. Anyway,
Welcome
he
back.
fucking he
We're making fun of
murks
Troy
Ellie's.
Baker.
He murks Ellie's horse. He just murks.
Oh yeah, Shimmer is no more.
Shimmer.
He shimmered the horse out of reality.
Which
he
is-
shimmered the horse out of reality.
They gave him all the important parts. But yeah. So they're.
This is the most important James has ever been to the show in the
Yeah.
ever.
James is about to actually just flat out kill Ellie when
Execute Ellie.
Yeah, execute
David
Ellie.
stops him.
When David stops them and tells them to bring Ellie back to the town and for the rest to scout
Oh
out
my god,
about the-
actually wait, hold
dead.
on. I just reminded something. So before they chase Ellie, David tells him to take the girl alive, and then Troy's like, James is like, but no respect, David, but I think she should die. And then David's like, no. But then James is like, I don't know, maybe that's God's will. And the Scott Shepherd's acting is really good because he turns around and look at Troy and he doesn't say a freaking word, just a single stare.
It was like something like that.
Like that.
No.
And then turns back and just continues forward. And that's just so.
Yeah, Scott Shepherd did a really good job, actually.
Oh yeah, Scott Shepherd.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scott Shepherd. Yeah, who played a little known role of Casey in a little known indie Netflix original called El Camino,
A
Breaking Bad movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so Ellie gets captured, and then we get a sequence of one of the David's group opening the door to the house.
Yeah, because
finding
David takes Ellie, and then he says David and James take Ellie, and then he says the other three stay here and find
That's what I just said.
Joel. Oh, sorry.
So, the guy, I don't know who it is. He opens the door, and I don't think he's an IMDb. I'd be crazy. I don't know if you get a name off IMDb, but if you can, like, good luck. But yeah. I gotta say real quick.
Well, I don't know who it is. It's either Jason Weissvilla or Benjamin Rogers.
Whoever that guy was, you did a good job. So he finds the door that Ellie covered walks down it, but Joel is not on his
Mm.
bed. That's right. He got up and stabs the bitch in the neck.
Oh yeah,
Just fucking
absolute maniac.
yeah. Oof. Yeah.
He
So
really
that
put in
guy's
Mandalorian training to work.
dead. Yeah, that guy's dead.
Mm.
He's in Mandal, and then Joel goes Mandalorian mode. What? That's next episode.
Yeah.
Next episode, he goes Mandalorian mode. Not this episode.
Next episode, yeah.
So,
Yeah, but anyway,
but then Joel captures two of them and tortures them for information.
we get a sequence from the game where he tortures one for information about where they are, and
Yeah,
then kills the other guy, and it's done pretty well. It's done pretty accurate.
pretty close. But this
They
time,
emphasize that it's more of a resort than a town.
yeah, they clarify that it's not actually a town David's in. It's more like a resort, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. What happens after that? Oh, Ellie
Ellie.
wakes up in the cage,
Yeah.
and
And we,
David's like, they
yeah,
want to kill you,
David.
but I don't. And Ellie's like,
Yeah,
fuck
it's weird
off.
because David actually tries to relate to Ellie for like a second,
More like manipulate
which is
Ellie.
creepy.
Try. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very manipulative. Yeah, he tries to manipulate her by trying to relate a sense of like what they have to do
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
for stuff.
Yeah. And then
And
yeah, it's pretty much played straight from the game.
yeah. 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 Bella Ramsey played that part really well. I felt like she was kind of coming off of a massive concussion or something like
Yeah.
that when
Mm-hmm.
she fell off the horse.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was done pretty well.
So then after that, we see Joel heading off to search for Ellie. And then
Oh
we
yeah.
find out that Joel stumbles upon a fucking human, the skinning humans
Oh
in.
yeah. Yeah, before there's a second scene between Ellie and David where Ellie sees a ear on the floor,
Mm-hmm.
and then she realizes that they're feeding people to each other.
Yeah. In the
And that's
game,
where we
she
get the
finds
very
out.
extended scene.
In the game, she finds out because someone's cutting an arm off, but
In front
in
of
the
her.
show, it's just an ear on the
Yeah,
floor.
yeah. And the guy has the audacity to come in, just be like, just so you know, it's deer.
Yeah. Ugh. And then the guy talks about
Yeah.
how he found God through like the cordyceps or
He
something
didn't
like
find God.
that,
He found God through the cordyceps. Yeah,
and like how he
because of
doesn't
the idea of
actually.
how it protects. He sees it as in a really fucked up way. He sees it as protecting its young, protecting itself and its family through violent means, and he found that weirdly relatable.
Oh my God! We really skipped over. They mentioned the fact that Ellie has like a violent heart.
Yeah, and that's something Craig Mazin kind of talked about with
They're
episode
like
one, at least.
retroactively setting up part two.
Yeah, yeah, but I think it's more than just setting up part two because Craig Mazin talked about in the sort of behind the scenes video of the first episode was that when Ellie saw Joel beat the crap out of that Fedra guard that held him at gunpoint, he said Ellie liked it, which at first threw me off a bit, but then he explained later it was that she never had someone defend her really like that besides Riley. And so Craig was saying that that was them setting up the idea that when Joel and Ellie are together, they will protect each other through violent means, such as punching the crap out of a Federer guard that Joel knew. And this sort of, yeah, it's sort of like, now that I think about it, sort of like throughout the entire show, I'm taking up your talking.
Go ahead. No, it's okay. I'm I'm
Gosh.
I'm cool.
No,
Go
it's
ahead.
sort of like there's a reoccurring thing, a reoccurring motif, idea, reoccurring theme, reoccurring
Thing.
scenario
Thing.
where whatever, a reoccurring thing where a character, in order to protect another character that's personally connected to them, will do does something morally ambiguous or very, by today's standards, very violent. Like Joel punched the crap out of that Federer guard. Henry sold out a good man to save his brother, and yeah, in this episode, cannibalism to feed the
Yeah.
town.
Uh, Also, like again, like we said, I think we said this last stream. Every episode is about like love, like how characters think about love, or like how
Yeah, love.
love is, what actions do people say they do because of love, and
Yeah,
what that
yeah,
says
because
about
that,
them.
that actually that actually works really well because that's what the whole game and the whole story
Yeah,
of the first game is about.
even the second game
How far will
too.
he go for love?
Even the second game too.
Yeah, but that's more from the angle of hate.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like because Abby. Oh, spoilers for part two. Uh, if you're watching the stream, you already know what happens in part two. But I feel like I should say it. But you should know. Come on. So in part two, you could argue Ellie's doing it because she hates Abby and her group, but also it's because she wanted to like she was just starting to like forgive Joel, and then Joel died. So she's like working through that. And Abby
The
is
end of the game is revealed at the yeah
is
end of the
retro
game.
is rebuilding that like love, that care for a person.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'll give it that. I think it's interesting,
Yeah, but anyway,
and I don't. That's not my least favorite part of the game.
all right. So I'm gonna fucking kill you.
I'm Josh. I am allowed to not like certain parts of the game. I still like The Last of Us Part Two. I just don't like parts of it.
You're wrong.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
But
Real talk.
if you
Real
get to
talk.
complain to
Listen.
me
Listen.
about the
We both agree Devil May Cry 3 is the best video game of all time. So let's just
yes, absolutely.
okay. So
You
what
don't
do we
see me
what are we
barge into
doing?
your room at night to talk about why I hate Far From Home or why I don't like The Last of Us Part 2 that much. You don't see me do that to you.
Repeat that sentence. Wait, what'd you say? Repeat that sentence again.
You don't see me go into your room at night to talk
Okay.
about why I
Okay.
hate The Last of Us Part 2.
Okay. You're right, and I don't apologize. Anyway, so moving on. So where were we?
Moving on. We were talking about the other scene with Ellie and David.
Oh yeah. So Ellie like baits David into getting close to her cell so she can.
By the way, David does something weird because in the game, I think David was just trying to relate to Ellie to be like, I get it, and I won't let them kill you, but like you can hang out with us, I guess. But in the show, it's like together we'll join me, Spider-Man. Together we'll rule this city. In
Everyone
spite of
loves a
everything they,
hero, but you know what they love
it,
more?
it, saying a hero ball or whatever. I forget the line.
Imagine they got William Dafoe as David. That would have been insane. I would have fucking flipped my shit.
I would have lost. I would have like, I would.
William Dafoe
I'm gonna be back. I'm
is.
gonna grab some water.
All right, hold on. Let me mute you. But yeah. So anyway, Ellie baits David by like being like, "Ooh, join the dark side. That's enticing, bitch," and slams him or pulls his fingers, and then tries stealing the keys. Basically, played straight from the game. Honestly, it's not too different. There's a line change here or there, but I don't exactly remember off the top of my head. Otherwise, that's a pretty good moment. Let me get back to Joel still trying to find Ellie, and that's when we get the meat locker scene, and Joel finds her stuff. My bad. Ellie stuff. My bad. I think I got that confused, but the point is that yeah, I'm gonna wait for Nickel to come back. So I don't know what else to talk about. Real quick, if you haven't already, why don't you like and subscribe and comment down below. What did you think of the episode? You know, what did you think of the? What do you think of the show so far? Let us know in the comments down below. What if you like it, you hate it, you agree with some changes, you disagree with some changes, you're homophobic. If you're homophobic, fuck you. But still like and comment. You know, just remember, if you're homophobic, fuck you. If you're homophobic. Yeah,
What?
I was just spitballing. So what happens
Okay.
after Joel finds the bodies?
Oh, well, yeah, that was a horrific scene. I guess, yeah, Ellie is about to get chopped.
Oh yeah, Troy Baker, up and coming indie star, action star Troy Baker, and it's David picks.
He does his own stunts.
He does his own stunts. Yep, he got paid extra for that. So
Yeah.
they're about to cut Ellie in half when Ellie bites David, and then
Mhm.
Ellie's like, "I'm infected." Straight from the game. Again, straight. This is straight from the game. I don't know what
Oh,
I'm
yeah, straight
doing.
from the game.
This is just all real
Oh,
quick, just
yeah.
straight game thing. And then,
But yeah, honestly,
unfortunately,
yeah.
unfortunately, Ellie kills up and coming action star Troy Baker. It was a sad moment. It happens, but you know it happens during showbiz, right? Like,
And now we know why Troy actually want. Now I know why Troy got picked to play James.
yeah, now we know why. Now
He
we
gets
know
killed
why.
by Ellie.
He gets killed by
He gets
Ellie.
killed. I guess it's a funny thing. Do you think something kind of cool and honorable about being killed by a video game character that your video game character protected?
Yeah, I can see that. That's pretty cool. That's metal.
There's some comfort in knowing that if you ever met your video game character, you would be killed by them or by the other person they're protecting.
Yeah, but it's you. You know. I remember Troy said in an interview a long time ago, if he ever was to be in a live action Last of Us anything, he would want to be like the first person Joel kills, whether it be clicker, infected, or human. But this was a nice compromise,
Yeah.
having it be Ellie's like cleaver kill.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
also think it allows him to show more of his range because James, for what we little we knew of him, well, what little we saw of him was actually kind of a full character, sort
yeah.
of.
Oh my
That
god, yeah,
makes sense in this show.
way more than in the game. Like Troy Baker's
Yeah.
James is
He
actually
had doubts
really
about
good.
religion. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Troy Baker's
like
edition was great.
yeah, he's a very interesting. Yeah, he was a pretty well-rounded character actually. Shout out to Troy
Yeah.
Baker. He actually did really good. I really liked him in this
Hmm.
episode.
Oh
Again,
yeah.
he's a good
What did I
actor.
forget to, is the Ashley Johnson episode? Is the one with Ashley Johnson in it tomorrow? Oh
Tomorrow,
dang, that means we're getting
next week,
next episode
the
next week.
finale. Yes, which I think is 60 minutes. I'm not sure.
Do you think it'll be titled "Look for the Light"?
No, it's like hold on. I think I know what the episode title is. It's it's like what we
It's
do to
titled
survive.
"Ew."
It's not Look for the Light. The episode. Oh, you're on the money. It's called Look for the
It
Light.
is called "Look for the Light." Yeah,
Oh wow.
oh, yeah, baby,
Oh, that's funny.
full circle.
Yeah, that's funny. So then the restaurant, the David fight's the same. Honest, I don't know. The David fight's almost the same.
Although they explain how the fire got started, Ellie took a wood from the campfire and threw it at David and missed and it lit the current on fire. And
Well, I
that
thought the
causes the fire.
but there was
I don't know what started the fire in the game.
it was something though. It wasn't just
It
nothing.
was something, yeah.
Just can't remember off the top of my head. Um.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a David say, says he wants to keep Ellie as like a little pet. That's weird. That was a weird moment. I think David's a fucking creep.
Oh yeah. Yeah, David was definitely creeping.
David's a fucking weirdo creep dude. Like red flags all
Yeah.
around.
'Cause they both talk, yeah. Yeah. Red flags.
And so Ellie just fucking murderizes the shit out of him.
Yeah, like oh yeah, yeah. It's oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's we keep the camera on. The camera's really good. I don't think it ever cut.
Never cut.
We kept on Bella, and Bella was just acting the shit out of
Yeah.
it. Like
Mm-hmm.
God, it's just I can't wait to see this is what you know those videos on YouTube of like someone compiling all the reaction channels reacting to the Last of Us episodes into one.
Yeah,
I've been watching those as we've been watching the show, and they're pretty funny because some of them haven't played, most of them haven't played the game
which is
or know
weird to
anything
think
about
about.
the
It's weird to think about.
yeah.
Again, because I feel like
Gosh, there
the
are people who
game,
think it's weird that people who play yeah.
it's so weird because the game made such a huge, like, I think people underestimate how big of an impact The Last of Us made on, like, the gaming industry. So it's kind of like weird hearing
Mm,
people be like, I never played the game.
yeah, man. It's we demand to be taken seriously in video games.
Except I think it is serious.
Oh no, definitely, definitely serious.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was
but
making
yeah,
a joke.
yeah.
It absolutely is.
Watch Arrested Development. It leaves Netflix like this month on like the 17th.
Oh shit! Wait, what?
Yeah, which is I don't know why, but watch like the first 3 seasons of Arrested Development. They're great.
Yeah, well, the first three seasons and
Yeah,
nothing else.
nothing else. Don't even bother with the fourth or fifth season. Just don't.
Yeah, well, in actually kind of an important distinction. Speaking of sort of arrested and development, uh, in the game, Joel ran into the building and stopped Ellie when she was
Mid cleaving.
in the mid cleaving, mid hacking and
Yeah.
slashing, mid mid
Uh huh.
triangle, mid triangle attack,
Yeah.
mid butcher's knife combo A,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, that's where we get the hugging scene and stuff. But in the show, that happens. Ellie goes full. She finishes stabbing the hacking the guy and then walks away. And Joel runs into her outside.
Yeah. And they didn't play the music, did they?
No, I don't think they did.
That's weird.
Yeah.
The music is part of why that scene works so well. Did they really not play it?
Oh yeah. And they even cut the part where Joel's like speaking something to Ellie that I don't know if they improvised on the spot or if that was written, but I think later on they decided to not voice it, not have it the audio play during that because that was something between Joel and Ellie that Neil Druckmann wanted to keep private or something. I don't know. Do you think we'll ever know what that is? Has it been revealed?
It's nothing. It's probably like, "Are you okay? Like, it's okay. Don't cry. It happens. Let's get out of
Yeah,
here," or something.
yeah,
It's not that
probably.
big of a deal.
Still,
It's
yeah, it wasn't. There
probably
wasn't any of that in the.
they listened to the music track that Gustavo wrote, and they were like, "We can't have this play
Hmm?
over this specific dialogue because it's too good."
Oh yeah, this goes too hard. This goes
By
too
the way,
hard.
real quick, the music is fucking phenomenal, and they have
Oh
every
yeah,
right to just shut up and not say, like. By the way, sorry, I don't know if we talked
yeah.
about this. The music in the game and the show is wonderful. It's a 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah,
10 out of 10.
wonderful,
10 out of 10.
wonderful.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
sorry about that. Just wanted to say that.
So yeah, that's
So
the end of the episode. The episode ends in a fade out.
yeah,
We fade to black.
pretty simple episode, all things considered. Kind of like rounded the
Yeah.
whole season, the whole winter arc into one.
Yeah. I feel like it brought the love. It probably is like another addition to the love
Yeah,
theme
oh
of The
my god,
Last of Us,
fucking
which is
David's
just
whole thing, and
yeah, yeah, like the theme of love is definitely getting much. The theme of love is getting much love in The Last of Us show.
yeah, again, this was really Dave. They like upped David's creep factor by like tenfold.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, insane.
it's the difference between the video game and the live action medium.
Hmm. Yeah.
Absolutely
Um,
insane.
but I gotta say, spending more time with David's group was pretty cool.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
You know what?
what happened to them? Because they
Yeah, they kind of just they don't show what happens afterwards. I think that's interesting.
yeah,
Leaves it ambiguous.
but but what happened to them? There's a whole building on fire. What did
Yeah.
they notice?
They probably yeah, this one's a lot more low key, by the way. This the winter arc is a lot
Hmm?
more explosive in the game. Explosive. There's more action in the game than in the show. The show's very low key with it.
It's the height of Joel and Ellie's relationship.
Yeah. It's when like
It's like where it crosses the threshold and becomes a surrogate father-daughter story.
yeah, which is
Yeah.
which is yeah. So I can't wait to see again Bella Ramsey. Holy shit,
Yeah. Yeah. Killed it once
she
again.
is Ellie too. Like Ashley Johnson and Bella
Mhm.
Ramsey, they're Ellie. They're both Ellie. Holy shit.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And again, Troy Baker killed it. Actually, he knew what he was. He was a supporting role that was going to get killed, and you know what? He did a solid job with that. He did a solid job.
Oh yeah. He did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Tried way too hard to
Oh
one up Pedro Pascal though. Like I'm not gonna.
yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
kidding. I'm
And
kidding. He's great. Um.
yeah. Oh, shout out to
But
all the other guys. Shout out to
yeah.
Nelson Lias, Jason Vasvila, Benjamin Rogers, Eric Lindquist, and Scott Shepard. They all did great.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Like for what we
Again,
knew them.
cast and crew on this show was wonderful. I don't think there's a single bad person
Oh
on
yeah.
this show, which is
HBO is
crazy.
apparently really good about casting.
Yeah. And again, the production design, the set location, so well shot, so well scouted, so well
Absolutely, yeah.
designed.
Mm-hmm.
So, like
Mm-hmm.
it's the production values on this show is again insane. I don't know how they're
Mm-hmm.
doing it. I really don't know how they're doing it.
I don't know how they're doing it either, but they're doing it.
Especially on like an HBO.
By God, they're doing
Yeah,
it.
they're really fucking doing it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
Anyway,
Um
it's more worth their money than a certain show starring
upcoming
the
show
weekend.
made by the same that don't watch The Idol. Don't watch it. Don't watch it. Don't even watch
Don't
Euphoria
watch The
season
Idol.
3. Don't even. Or do. But just don't
Watch something
fucking
wholesome. Watch something wholesome. Like
no.
I don't know anything.
Watch
Yeah. Next.
yeah.
I
Sam
okay. So
Levinson.
do you want?
You're a
Let's talk
weird
about the
person.
next episode. So the next episode.
Is the
Do you want
big
to just do
one.
like predictions or something? It's just the big boy,
The big one. Uh
the
so
white whale of The Last of Us.
I predict we will start with Ashley Johnson playing Ellie's mom.
Okay, yeah, me too, me too.
I'm predicting that. Next episode, it's this obviously gonna be like it. So
Oh, the jacket's off.
no,
Is the jacket coming off yet?
it's springtime, motherfucker. Right? It's spring. It's spring. It's spring in the final part of the game. It's spring in the final part of the game.
I guess.
Cool.
Yeah.
Right. So, I think the we're gonna keep the giraffe scene because if we remove the giraffe scene, we
Are we gonna
remove the whole
that
point.
new infected type they keep saying that's gonna show up?
Okay, so I double checked what was said. It could be
Okay.
either it's a new infected type or it's what they changed about the infected. I don't know what they were talking about.
Yeah. It's probably it,
It
yeah.
could honestly go either way. If they do introduce a new infected type, sick. If they don't, I think that's perfectly okay. I said something, I just double checked it, and I think I like tripped on my words a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So yeah,
yeah.
I've heard Bella Ramsey say that the last episode's gonna be divisive.
Well, because Joel
I don't
kills
know. I
everyone.
didn't. I literally look. Yeah, I just looked at the title. I didn't see any of the
Yeah, I think Troy
actual
kills
hardcore
everyone.
stuff.
I think that's the one where did I say Troy? He comes back. Troy Baker, action star. He's like, not my.
James back from the dead.
You thought you could defeat me, Chris G, but it was me,
Troy, stop! Get off the stage!
the ghost of Marvel, Troy Baker. Yeah. I think
But I've heard one prediction. I don't know if you think this is gonna happen or not,
explain.
but this could be a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they will give Ellie the choice of whether to go under the surgery and die or not?
That's a weird one because they'll just make it worse. Then they'll be like twisting, but it's so unnecessary. There's no like, why would you? Why would you add that and then have Joel kill everyone? And then have Joel lie to Ellie? That wouldn't make sense at that point.
Mm.
It's like the if you give Ellie a choice and Joel takes that choice away from her, she's just gonna be pissed from day one. Like from the
Mhm.
outset, she's going to get pissed. So I think, plus like, it works way better if like she doesn't know or she doesn't given a choice. But the tricky part is also that again, like unless you change something like drastic, this is pretty much we know it's gonna be straight. But like maybe they don't want to change anything. They don't want to change too much because it's a show. They're not doing like they're going in on the assumption that if you're a game guy, you know, but if you're not a game guy, you'll be surprised.
Yeah, because that's the whole thing about the experience. Because
Yeah. It's an interesting scenario the creators have put
well,
themselves in.
they have to keep this scene from the game where it's implied Ellie would have gone through with it if she was given a choice.
Where was that?
It was before
Oh,
they after
oh,
the
yeah,
giraffe
yeah, yeah,
scene,
yeah, yeah, right. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, yeah. Of course, yeah. They have to. She
which
has
was
to be
like,
like,
we
yeah,
still have a choice, and then Ellie's like, but everything we've been through can't
yeah,
be for
yeah,
nothing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So she has to go through with it. Um, I'm trying to think. Anything? Do they're gonna keep the drowning part?
Oh, okay, well, here's the thing. They probably, I don't know,
Have
because
they mentioned she can't swim? Oh yes, they did. They did. They
yes.
did mention that. Okay, so they probably just they can use that up again whenever they want.
Actually, yeah, that's
Uh,
probably a Chekhov's gun moment waiting to happen in the finale.
do we know who's directing it?
Let me find out. Ali Abbasi, apparently.
Who?
Same guy.
Oh really?
Yeah, he just directed this episode. That could be wrong, though. IMDb could be wrong.
Yeah, that's weird. Cool. So yeah. That's
Oh,
exciting.
here's the bigger twist. Here's the bigger twist. I want you to consider a bigger twist. Joel doesn't save Ellie.
They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that. They wouldn't do that. That wouldn't make
Season two
any
would be very
sense.
interesting if they didn't.
That
If
wouldn't
they
make
Joel didn't
a
save Ellie,
lick of
season two will be a
sense.
very interesting season.
That would ruin the game. That would actually ruin the story. Nicole, okay, I don't. This ending is so good. The game's ending is so good and so well done. If you like touch a little bit of it, like if you even touch anything that affects the destination of that ending, it's there'll be riots in the streets. There'll be panic. There'll be riots. There'll be mass hysteria. It'd be chaos. It'd be that. That's not you. You don't change that ending. That ending is like hard. Like fixed. It's a fixed point. Plus, like I think they talk about like
But
they
you
talk
can do
about
it though.
yeah, huh?
But you can do it though.
Yeah, but you don't. I don't think they'll do it. It's stupid. Why would you change it?
But why not?
Neil wouldn't do that. Neil wouldn't let them change it. Why are you doing that? Stop it.
I'm just trying to get you to freak out. I don't know. I hope they don't do that because that would suck. I agree with
Yeah.
you.
I don't know what Ashley Johnson gonna do. I know she's gonna probably give birth to Ellie because we saw in the trailer she's holding a baby. But like, why? What's the intent? Maybe like Marlene. Maybe give more backstory. Marlene. We're probably gonna get more backstory on Marlene.
Oh yeah, yeah, we will. We will
Yeah. We're probably gonna
probably.
see like
I don't know
Marlene.
what and Anna.
Yeah, Anna, Anna, whatever. That'd be interesting.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
Trying to think. Is there
Do you think we'll
anything?
get Abby? Do you think we'll get the doctor? I think we'll get the good guy doctor
Yeah,
saving zebras.
they're gonna like make the lab more fucked up, and because like in the part two they changed it. In part one, oh they changed the lab in part one. in the remake. They changed the hospital room.
Oh yeah, to match one and part two. Yeah,
Yeah,
I knew that.
I didn't know that. I saw it and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Uh, but it makes sense. Honestly, art direction wise, it makes sense. Um, Real quick, we'll talk about in the finale. There's a point of contention that I want to bring up in the finale concerning the game, um, because it's weird. But yeah, again, another fantastic episode of HBO's The Last of Us,
Oh, yeah.
and we're approaching
Another fantastic
the
episode.
season 1 finale. Who will live? Who will die? You already know. If you're listening by this point, you already know. We've said it so many times.
Oh yeah, I've said so many times.
We've just
But
been an
who will live and who
unfiltered
will die this
mess.
time?
Yeah.
Will Joel get through the whole hospital without killing a single person?
Do we did? Oh my God! The speedrun strats. We completely forgot to talk about the speedrun strats. Troy Baker, the Troy
Uh,
Baker cheat code, clutched it.
yeah. No extended sequence of them chasing out of town. They're having another stealth section and then going through another exploring environment. And Troy Baker just takes out the horse and that's it. Gives Ellie concussion. Speedrun strat. Troy Baker speedrun
mhm.
strat.
This episode
No,
really was a
actually,
Troy
no. It
Baker
was it was
episode.
it was actually no. It was a Shimmer takedown speedrun strat performed by Troy Baker.
Yes.
Vaulting over the fence saves you in a couple of frames. Yeah, the
Yes.
time inputs very precisely.
It's like a heavy rain where like you have to like waggle the controller.
Have you seen the videos of the fails to the QTEs?
Fuck David Cage.
Oh yeah, fuck him, but like
Yeah.
they're pretty funny.
Yeah.
Uh,
Um.
I think Brian Descartes awesome though.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
cool.
Anyway, we anything else you want to talk
I
about
think
before we
another
end?
speed. I think another speed. I think another strat is that in the game, Ellie when we play as Ellie, we have to sneak around the whole town before we go back to the resort area where the final fight is. But in the show, the cage she's in is just in the in the
Oh
final fight
yeah,
area.
yeah. So Cage in the restaurant strat. That's also a speed run.
Yeah,
We are. Are
pretty
we
strong
approaching?
cage strat.
Did we pass the world record, or are we approaching the world record?
We probably are approaching the world record.
Oh shit! You think we'll be able to beat it? Well, let's tune in next week, episode 9. Recommendations. Real quick. Creed 3, good fucking movie. Nick and I just saw it today.
Oh yeah,
Good fucking
Josh and I
movie.
yeah, it's a great movie. We saw it in
Wait,
IMAX. We were like when it cut to IMAX, we were like,
I was like,
uh,
I took my glass. There's a shot in the opening fight. Like, okay, so some backstory. Michael B. Jordan. This is Michael B. Jordan's first directorial debut, and he talked about how
mhm.
for the boxing scenes he was heavily inspired by anime. I didn't know what he was talking about. I thought he was talking about like story, which is the story is pretty anime. I'm not gonna lie,
Oh yeah.
but
Mhm.
like I thought this was just like a normal like anime thing. There's a shot so in anime there are moments and during fights where like characters will like look at their opponent and like the camera will zoom in on like a specific like part of their body or like whatever. Like it'll like
Yeah,
zoom
like
in.
a slight spoilers in the opening fight scene where Michael B. Jordan's character Adonis Creed
Nico!
dodges an attack.
I was just talking about that.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me give you a hug.
Sorry. No, you don't need to get you don't need to give me a hug. Josh, you don't need to give me a hug. You don't need to give me a hug. You did me like it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
We always do this. You're like, I say something, and then you interrupt me, and then you're just gonna repeat what I'm saying.
Sorry.
It's like,
I just feel I feel bad because I feel like I talk too much. And you should be talking more because it's your stream.
no, fuck it. Just let me talk. So, um,
Okay.
anyway, uh, you do it. You do it. Fuck it. You do it.
Oh no, but I feel bad
Don't
now.
fucking do it. I don't give a shit, dude. We hugged. We apologize. Do it. Do it.
Some of the fight scenes are shot at different frame rates.
Well, it's also that and like the zoom in techniques and like robotic. They use
Yeah.
like certain techniques to like make it like look like anime inspired. It's not anime. It's anime inspired,
Yeah.
which means that like there are like some moments where like they'll look at the eyes or they'll
Mm-hmm.
like slow mo on like a hit
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it's pretty interesting. I think it's good.
Yeah.
I think my ranking is Creed 1, Creed 3, then Creed 2.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So like Creed 2's at the
Yosh and I
bottom,
have only
Creed
seen
3 is
yeah.
in the middle, and Creed 1's at the top.
Yosh and I have only seen the Creed movies. We have not seen the Rocky
Yeah.
movies.
Ah, no, bah.
Mm, I heard Leghorn.
Huh? Was that from
That your
Rocky?
Stallone impression sounds like Foghorn. No, your Stallone impression sounds like Foghorn Leghorn. That I didn't hear no Bell Lunch from South Park.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That wasn't a Rocky line? I thought it was a Rocky line.
Hold on, let me Google it. Oh wait, hang on. Uh, yeah. You're right from Rocky.
Yeah, it's from Rocky. Okay, well, anyway, good movie. Go see it. Um, anything else you want to recommend, Nicole?
Um, that's it really.
Slow week today.
Can't even think of anything
Anyway,
else.
see you
Yeah.
all for next week. The finale, the Last of Us, the Last of Us after show.
Yes.
Should I title that the Last of Us after show episode 9? The Last of Us after
The
show.
Last of Us after show.
No,
The last Last of Us after
it's
show.
the last of the Last of Us after show after show.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. That's
Anyway,
it. That's the title right there.
take care, everyone.
All right,
Bye. Have
take
a good
care.
week.
Bye.
Bye.
This we were so nice to each other.
Yeah, my
That's
audio is
important.
still on, by the way. So
I don't care. It's
yeah,
whatever.
we probably just talk like this, and then we'll just stop streaming. I'll just cut you off. So like, say something really troubling, and then I'll just cut you off.
Um,
Say
I can't
something.
think of anything
Okay, say
troubling.
something. Just okay.
Uh,
Shit.
Peter and MJ and Amy films are incredibly toxic relationship to each other.
I.
You didn't cut, did you?
You're
Uh,
wrong. You're wrong. Uh,
Raimi films are overrated because they infatuate Uncle Ben's importance despite only not appearing in 57 issues after Amazing Fantasy
you don't
15.
believe that. Hold, real quick. Time out. Disclaimer. You don't believe that. You don't believe that.
Are you cutting?
No, I'm not cutting. You don't believe that.
I'm just saying random stuff you don't like until you cut
Okay.
it.
No, but you don't believe that, right? Let's just time out. You don't believe that.
The Batman movie takes too much from The Dark Knight to the point
Nikhil,
where The
you
Dark Knight
can't
is
keep
the better
saying
film.
this. This is terrifying. Please do not say anything about Zack Snyder's Justice League movie. Please.